Hua ang ganetša ke tsena ka London ba re o re ka se mo fe visa. A ba mpa visa ka gore nna ke ra ke rekiwe. I can't be bought by imperialism and colonialism. Mara also ke gore a ke rapeletše boroko ka o budulala ke bolela nnete pha. Whether o a e rata or a o e rate ke nnete.
The Economic Freedom Fighters leader Julius Malema has condemned the United Kingdom's decision to deny him a visa, branding it an act of cowardice and a deliberate attempt to suppress political dissent. Malema was scheduled to speak at a prestigious conference hosted by the University of Cambridge last week. However, he claims British authorities informed him just hours before his flight from OR Tambo International Airport that his visa application had been rejected. He said, "I was supposed to get there in London to meet with the students, as I was invited by Cambridge University." Malema addressed supporters in Freedom Park, Soweto on Sunday, and further said, "But the white people denied me entry to London, saying they wouldn't give me a visa." Malema accused the UK government of political bias, asserting that the denial stemmed from his outspoken views against imperialism and colonialism, and said, "They denied me a visa because I can't be bought. I don't beat around the bush. I speak the truth, whether you like it or not." He likened the move to apartheid-era censorship, referencing struggle icon Elias Motsoaledi, who was imprisoned for his political beliefs, and said, "Apartheid banned our leaders. When you don't agree with the people, you must not ban them. That is a sign of cowardice." Julius, known for his rhetoric and polarizing positions, called the visa rejection unintellectual, especially given the academic nature of the event. He maintained that engaging in dialogue, not silencing opposing voices, was the mark of a true democracy. The Cambridge Conference is recognized for fostering critical discourse on global issues such as politics, human rights, and economics, and said it was unacceptable and spineless, recounting how he was promised an update by 3:30 on the day of his departure, and said it's a political attack on my views. Malema also pointed fingers at US figures Elon Musk and President Donald Trump, alleging that they are part of a broader campaign to criminalize his political stance, and said it is Elon Musk, it is Donald Trump who want to criminalize me for speaking truth to power. They want to declare me an international criminal. Despite the diplomatic setback, Malema found solace in local support and said Soweto will always welcome me. His remarks come amid heightened scrutiny of his controversial statements, including his defense of the Kill the Boer chant and calls for land expropriation without compensation. Critics, including the Democratic Alliance and lobby group AfriForum, have consistently labeled his rhetoric as inflammatory. In March, Elon Musk amplified concerns about Malema's comments, sharing a post alleging that the EFF was promoting white genocide in South Africa, a claim endorsed by Trump on his Truth Social platform. AfriForum leader Ernest Roberts supported the post. However, South Africa's Constitutional Court recently dismissed AfriForum's attempt to ban the chant, citing no reasonable prospects of success. Following widespread backlash and media attention, the British High Commission in South Africa issued an official apology to Malema. British High Commissioner Anthony Phillipson expressed regret over the delays, blaming recent UK bank holidays and procedural bottlenecks, and said, "I've been following the processing of the necessary visa for Mr. Malema, and I'm writing to personally apologize. I recognize that this will be deeply disappointing, especially as the delegation applied in advance and some paid for priority servers." He clarified that visa decisions fall solely under the UK Home Office's jurisdiction and that he had no authority to intervene in the outcome. He said, "I renew my sincere apologies again that the Home Office were unable to process the applications in time on this occasion." Despite the apology, Malema remains unconvinced. framing the incident as part of a larger effort to mute revolutionary voices. And said, I don't feel ashamed that I was banned by London. It allowed me to spend a day with my people where I am received, where I am well loved, where ideas do not scare people. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.